Now, see, she's actually doing it, and I was going to do it. Well, how she does things. She'll usually take care of it. Obviously, if I don't, which is, yeah, something I very much appreciate. So, I'm actually out of breath because at the last minute I realized that I didn't have a couple of things, and I thought, man, what did I actually break on the CAMO X4 the last time? And I think I realized that I didn't break anything. I didn't break anything suspension-wise, like meaning I didn't break C-hubs or anything like that. But yeah, so you probably saw the thumbnail, and we moved outside because, well, it's fresh air. It is a little chilly out, but it's not too bad. So, good morning, everybody. So, welcome to this edition of COVID and Coffee Morning Check-In. This is that new series that I kind of just figured I might as well do. So that's every morning, every single morning, no matter what. Like, no matter what. Or pretty close to it. We're going to do a COVID and Coffee, and it's going to be something. It's not like I have some outline. Literally the night before, I'm like running in my head, well, what's this next episode gonna be? Well, fortunately, for this episode, the CAMO X4 decided to go ahead and give me a reason to do this episode. I haven't, let's put it this way, I haven't even had a chance to check out properly the footage that I ended up getting from the I'll call it a bashing. Maybe within the level of the CAMO X4, because it's a rock racer, you have to, and I've said it before too, and somebody kind of even called me out on it, and I can't remember if it was like, I don't know if it was on the Facebook site or if it was on the YouTube site or if it was that, you know, how you can post like pictures, but somebody kind of called me out in a way, and they're like, I thought you were done thrashing that CAMO X4. So what happens is because of the way that CAMO X4 performs, it gives you, and I got to word this right because, again, it's no fault of the vehicle. It's the breakage is point blank 100% my fault. Do they have upgrades? Yes, they do. Are we going to explore that? We probably will. But I do want to try just one more time. We never doused any parts in WD to soften the plastic. So what I think I'll do is, because the parts are so cheap, they're only a couple of bucks, we'll order up the parts. We don't even know what parts we need yet. But we'll order up a couple of parts and WD-40 them. And I think what I want to do is I want to get the jug of WD-40 and I want to put it in a container, and I want to basically leave that container as the parts dunk tank. So pretty much, I guess what I should do is measure, not the DBXLE, that won't be part of this, but I should measure the size, like the size of the largest part that I think that I will want to do that WD-40 treatment to, and then find a container that can hold the WD-40 in there and not become an issue. So what I may end up doing is I may end up using a mason jar, because obviously, if anybody knows what a mason jar is and can't see comments, so I'm sorry if I can't respond to comments right now because I'm monologuing. But get a mason jar. They're designed for canning, so that's long-term storage. So if I make sure that I clearly label it, do not drink this. This is not moonshine. And no, I don't do moonshine. But if I label it, do not eat, or skull and crossbones or whatever, and just put the WD-40 in there, at least I'll have, I guess, I'll have an area where I can start maybe putting parts in. Put the part in, maybe leave it for an hour, something like that. So anyways, welcome to COVID and Coffee. Let's drag it down onto the table, and we'll see in reality how much stuff is broken. And I will end up doing that video today. I should have done it last night, but I ended up just getting too tired. But you know, it happens. It's what happens with age. But I'm gonna dive you down there. My wife is actually taking off right now. So what she's actually doing is I've got some lilies for our neighborhood, and what she's going to do right now is she's going to go plant them at the front entrance of our neighborhood, which is pretty cool. It's four good size. I want to say they're 8-inch pots. Six or 8-inch pots. They're 8-inch pots. They 8? Yeah, I think they're 8-inch pots. They're a yellow lily, so it'll be nice to have some color down at the front entrance. And because I haven't gotten to it, she always finds something to do. And then literally when she comes back, she's gonna go on the treadmill. And then I think after that, I literally think she's gonna like take the dogs for a walk. And she makes very good use of her time. And I should probably have her teach me how to properly use my time, because I'm terrible at it. So let's just dive you in here, and because that's what you're here for, right? You're not here to just listen to me blab. So, all right, let's get you down here. You can see this is my little workstation for now, framed in the CAMO X4. I don't know where my brush is, so I'm going to use this old toothbrush, I guess, to kind of, clean up some of the junk. But I got to set up a little bit still. But like I said, I just wanted to at least get this thing rolling. So I still got to set up my good morning, Kurt's RC. So what I'll do first, obviously what I'll do first, right? So I'll, I don't even know what this looks like. So bear with me as I try to figure this out. I don't want Siri. All right. So as some of the people know here, I've been using my mobile device plugged into like 6 ways, and I've been using my iPad. So I'm slowly learning how to use my iPad, which is, now I got to find out where COVID and Coffee is. So back out of here, go to here. There we go. It's actually there. And there's an ad. Don't forget, every once in a while, let the ad play through, because you know what that's going to do. And this is actually a good ad. So this ad is actually about drones. Is this a DJI ad? I don't know what drone that is, but it sure does look like the Mavic. It might not be. I don't think DJI would put a DJI ad on my... Oh, it's Sky Drone. Dude, it literally looks like... It actually looks like... Holy crap. I'm actually going to watch this ad. Probably not the best camera on there, but you could take amazing aerial shots with this Sky Drone. It's SKYE, Sky Drone. That's insane. That's actually a good ad for my channel. I'm going to skip the ad. I'm going to skip my own ad. I'm going to skip the ad. I'm going to skip my own ad. You know what's funny? Whoa, I got to put the volume down. Will I get a copyright strike because I played my own ad on my own live? I've wondered stuff like that. Like, you probably won't get a copyright strike because it's an ad, but sometimes you wonder certain things. And I actually have a coffee, so I'm gonna go get my coffee. I'm sorry. I'll leave it right here. You can look at that beautiful vehicle right there that's got some issues. it's funny too, because so here's my coffee. This is pretty much how I have my coffee in the morning. A lot of people are like, dude, that's not coffee, that's like dessert. And technically it is. So obviously with all this COVID stuff happening, right? They don't have my cream anymore. So there's a specific cream that I like. It's International, I think it's called International Delight, and it's a is it a chocolate caramel? I think it's a chocolate caramel, or maybe it's just a chocolate. And this is the way I make my coffees. We have one of those Keurigs. I never was a Keurig person, but my wife got this pretty cool Keurig that froths the milk, and being a Keurig person now, it's I do still appreciate like a regular perk coffee. So we actually do have a percolator, and my wife does still make, we grind our own beans, whatever. But she, still does like perk coffee every once in a while, because it is nice to go back to like, it's a different coffee taste than these plastic little flavor cups. Okay, because that's the other thing too. Like, they're all having all these issues with plastics and stuff. So I don't want to be one of those persons that's filling the landfills with plastic. But hopefully they're taking care of that and recycling it in a different way. Who knows? Maybe they're making RC cars or RC parts out of the K cups now. I have no idea, but there's a thought, right? We could all donate our K cups if that's what you do. When I used to, being the kind of, I'll say it this way, being the kind of guy I am, I don't go to Starbucks. I think I've gone there like twice, and I just can't do it. I can't. I'm sure the coffee's great, but it's like that stigma. I could not see myself driving my Camaro to Starbucks to pick up a coffee. I would just I'd rather make my own coffee than go to Starbucks. And again, maybe I'm not giving them a shot. I have no idea, but the Keurig is probably the closest step to being a Starbucks lover that I would, potentially be. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so what's everybody up to? What is going on? Let me adjust this here. I'm slowly learning like tensions of the ball thing that I have for the tripod, and I've got like a like I said, one of those selfie sticks, and it's got like a ball end on that. I got to upgrade the ball end that's on that, but I like how I've been able to like twist it and maneuver it. You know what I mean? It's been cool because using obviously the phone, I'm actually liking it. Seems like the quality's pretty good. So I'm going to get to the comments here just so that we can see what's going on. The sun was out, and I thought the sun was going to stay out a little bit longer. So now it kind of doesn't look as good as it was, but I thought, having the birds in the background, maybe the wind chimes would kind of do a little thing. It's like yesterday when I had the candle going. You know what I mean? You're setting the mood. So I figured outside was going to be a good thing. All right, Chef Beardsley, what's going on, guy? Back in 30 minutes. Venom 54, Venom G, you're here. What's going on, guy? Michael, James George, you're the first one. Worcester, yeah, you know it, man. You see the Kaiju was featured in RC Driver magazine, pretty in-depth review. No, I actually didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised. Hopefully, it was a positive one because, for that price, I've got zero complaints. Like, in reality, I've got zero complaints about it. Could it use, like, maybe, some homemade upgrades and a couple of other things here and there? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. But as far as a vehicle goes, I think price range, what you're getting, definitely, it's right up there. Yeah, so you can hear the other thing I didn't think about was wind noise. Ah, my ears! Let's see. Chuck Hall, what's going on, guy? Juan Valdez. It's Juan Valdez in the morning, baby. You know what's funny is when I had that, whole COVID beard going, I was not enjoying drinking and eating. Like when I would take like a sip of coffee, I can't tell you how many times the coffee would run down my face. And then like if you put your top lip and you tip it up and you have any kind of anything in the cup, it ends up being all over your face. So yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done with that COVID beard thing that I had going. I just can't do it. I don't know how you guys that have like the crazy beards do it. It's too much work. Maybe the shaving is too much work, and that's why some people have the gnarly beards. You know what I mean? For them, it works out. For me, no bueno. Just like when I used to have the wicked long hair. I remember being on a creeper, crawling under my Camaro, and my head got jacked back because my hair got stuck under the wheel. And like literally that day, like I've got 2 pictures. I've got me in my Camaro with long hair, and I did it on purpose. I like took the shot, and I'm just like, I'm gonna repeat that shot like as good as I can with a fresh haircut. And my wife cut my hair. I don't know. Yes, I did. I broke it again. RC Playground, what's going on, guy? So the reason why I broke it was, you'll see in the video, and I've got to learn. I've got to learn to stop launching this CAMO X4. It is not designed to launch. And what happens is when you drive like other RCs, you get used to that trigger pressure. You get used to how the vehicle will react in the air. And there's actually, I try not to I don't want to give it all away, but there's something that this CAMO X4 almost did. I mean, it was so borderline that I was shocked, because I think in the beginning of it, I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And while it didn't fully achieve it, man, it was right on the edge. You aim to get what? A Kaiju or a CAMO X4? Kurtz RC, Team Vega. Build it, break it, fix it. I like that. Michael Montgomery. Afternoon, man. I'm fed up with TikTok dances. Dude, that was a good ad. I mean, granted, I don't know what you guys saw, but the ad I saw was of drones. That was actually cool. Now, I don't mind that. I don't want any Cialis I don't want any Cialis ads on my thing of Viagra. I don't think those would be on there anyway. But having a drone one, that's actually pretty cool. Life of Coach, what's going on, guy? Day 7 no show? What? I'm a leave Horizon an eBay comment showing my concern for the 90-year-old man riding that pony who delivered my bits. I can't understand that. Uh-oh, James George, you retracted a message, brother. Patch Channel, what's going on, guy? How are you, actually, what time is it for you? Actually, time-wise, it's not that bad. So, time-wise for you, 9, so it's 2:21, right? Somewhere around there. Look, she's already back. See? Check that out. She's already back. She just pulled in the driveway. Don't forget, no, dude, there's no way that I would ever put that toothbrush in my mouth. That, I mean, if If you brushed your teeth, like obviously that top part, I think that top part, yeah, that top part was white. If you brushed your teeth and your toothbrush looked like that after using it, you better go see a dentist like ASAP. I should have the camo kind of in the shot. Oh, I almost did the cinnamon challenge right there. That's the other bad thing is if you don't mix your cinnamon, look at the steam. If you don't mix your cinnamon in there and you inhale it, you'll do a cinnamon challenge by accident. When it touches your nose, what? When what touches your nose, you trim it off. At work, taking a break, Kurt's RC. Barbecue, what's going on, guy? What a clunge sponge? What the heck is that? Mechanic work is why? Yeah. Yeah, I'm a backyard mechanic, and usually it's all right, but once you dive your head like into a engine compartment, you get grease all in it. Yeah, nah, it's just, I don't know. When I was a freshman in high school, the hair was down to the middle of my back. Like, you know, I did the whole ripped jeans, untied boots, leather jacket. Like, it was, you know, flannel and then leather jacket. That was my look, I guess. I guess maybe that's why I like 3 O'Clock High, that movie, so much. Granted, I didn't get punched out like he did, but yeah. But I also wasn't a jerk either. I was actually that guy that made friends. So I was friends with. So back in the day when I was in school, obviously you had your groups. You had your headbangers, which, yeah, you had your headbangers, you had your jocks, and I was like literally the bridge in between that, because while, you know, I dressed the part and obviously listened to all the music, I was also on track. So that was actually pretty cool because I was able to have both sets of friends, you know what I mean? You know, it's just, sometimes it's the way it works. Now, see this dog right here? This dog always comes. See that dog right there? His name is Captain. He's trying to go over to my mailbox to either take a dump or piss on it. And I always yell, see how he looks? See how he looks? He knows not to do it because I yell at him. Captain! Hey! Captain! He is a good dog. I just don't like it when he rips apart. Hey. Good boy. But you saw it. You saw it. You saw it right there. That was killing him. He wanted to go rip apart my landscape and take a dump. Oh my God. Chuck Hall, what kind of, when you say mechanic work, do you mean you're a mechanic, or do you mean like a backyard mechanic type of deal like me? So, see, Pat, you can jump in on these now. Exactly, not all the time. Do you... Oh, you're not talking to me. Oh, man, that's why I'm hoping Earl jumps on. Holy crap. That dragster is mint. Like, he has to do a better thumbnail for that. I literally, I wish I could just make a thumbnail for him. I think I actually might. I've got a way that I can pull his content off of the internet. And I just wish I had like some kind of email or something for him, or if we could connect on Facebook. I would love to make him a mint like thumbnail for that channel, because he's killing me with all these speedrun cars that he obviously has been showing. It's killing me. That dragster, that primal RC dragster, like right now I'm salivating just like thinking about it. That thing looks, I'm not kidding. That thing is mint. Oh, man, Earl, guy, you're killing me here. You need to get some coffee? My coffee's actually getting cold fast. I don't know how to find out what time it is. Okay, Google. What's the temperature today?
Today in Plymouth, expect a high of 46 and a low of 31.
It's not 46 out right now. I'll tell you that right now. Let's see. So in here for my weather report. Yeah, see? It says 43, but it feels like 37. They definitely have that right. It definitely feels like it's 37 out. And my coffee is getting cold fast. Master's here. I hate saying that. RC Master's here. Earl is as cool as the other side of the pillow. Man, that's crazy. That's funny. Yeah, all that creamer. It's actually not a lot this time. It looks like it's a lot. It's only because it's frothed. But the only thing that's bad is the cinnamon sits on top. It doesn't actually go into the coffee. And if you a lot of people, like when you drink, you don't just open your mouth and pour it in. You kind of inhale a little bit. And that cinnamon will almost give you, what the kids were doing, that cinnamon challenge. Yeah, drag racing definitely has been catching on. You're absolutely right. I've got the perfect road for it too. Like literally right in front of my house is the only straight portion on my whole road. And it basically starts from, it actually ends or starts at my driveway. So from my driveway to, I don't know how to explain widths. I don't even know how long that is. Like maybe 60 feet. So seems like more though. It's way more than that. I don't know. So let's say 400 feet or maybe 300 feet is absolutely straight. Obviously the only issue is mailboxes. But what I should do is set up some kind of temporary low fencing. With those noodle things. That way if the car slams into or veers off, it'll actually, be saved. Oh, you didn't miss nothing, guy. Trying to get into Nitro, can I get tips? I can't answer to that. Chef Beardsley could probably take over for here. Although he's actually regular gas and Nitro. I've got some Nitro cars, and I actually do have a brand new Habao Nitro vehicle that I'm going to be doing a what's in the box. Look at that, the sun's coming out. Nice. Look at RC Master, just go electric. RC Guy, what's going on, man? Sad Panda. Right, yeah, RC Guy, it is more. It's more work. You know, it's kind of like why so many people are obviously doing the RTR route is because, I don't know, like doing that kit build that I just did, it was actually, it had its moments. It had its moments to where I was getting sick of the tools. Like, you know, the tiny screws trying to fit stuff together. Like, and that happens like on other RCs too, but because it was an older kit, I just feel like maybe some of the fasteners were just like really that much smaller. But overall as a kit, once I started getting some stuff onto the chassis, just feeling the rigidity of it, feeling, you know, partially maybe the strength, you know, made me again appreciate why, you know, I used to build kits when I was younger, and it was fun, and that is how you learned. I will say that Habao manual on that SS caged buggy that I just did, that manual is literally a kit. It's a kit manual. It tells you every single step to putting that thing together. And I think that, I mean, and here's the thing. I want to say that's like probably the first manual that I've looked into. I don't read manuals. I mean, even somebody was saying like, they were like losing their mind. Big muscle, what's going on, guy? Yeah, right there, brother. It is going awesome. Thank you for that, man. Why should I get into electric? Because Nitro sounds better. It has better and faster. No, wow. If you're gonna spend a lot of money, man, you're opening up a can of worms saying that Nitro is faster. Does it sound better? I think to anybody that is probably like a mechanic, I'd say right off, if you're a mechanic, yes, nitro and gas definitely sounds better. You may gravitate more towards that because it's already what you do. Now, maybe if you work for Tesla, you might want electric. I like both. And I can definitely appreciate the nitro. I absolutely love the sound. I love the sound of nitro. I love the sound of gas. Gas, I think I actually like a little less, only because sound-wise, especially like if you get a tuned pipe like Chef Beardsley has on his gas DBXL. Just for myself, like, you gotta find a place to run it where you're not gonna piss people off. So even when I run my Exceed Barca, that thing's pretty quiet for a gas fifth scale, and it's loud, man. And that's a stock pipe. And I'll get my neighbors like looking over the fence, you know what I mean? And during the summertime, I don't see myself running that in the neighborhood. Same thing with the nitros. I don't want to be a pain to people, and I think that's part of it. Maybe if you like live in the backwoods or you got tons of acreage, you know, who cares? You can have Mudfest in your backyard, and then you can rip some nitro and gas RCs. But I think it all comes down to electric. I have to say electric is point blank just easier. And yeah, do you get more runtime with gas and nitro? Yeah, mostly. But it's just easier. It's just the easy way. That's why I'm buying my first electric truck, because I wanna experience it. I might hate it because I love Big Black. I mean, I was even looking at a brand new F450 because, you know, because Tesla, I feel, is now going to be one whole extra year out, maybe. I won't see that thing until like 2022 is what I'm guessing. And I feel like I want to have, you know, a new truck, but I don't see myself ever getting rid of Big Black. It's just, I don't even know why we're on that topic. Right. Noah, you got it right there. Pure, yeah, right. I forgot about the smell. The smell, sound, and sight. So even sight. The smoke coming out of the exhaust. Just hope you don't get... Well, you can have smoke coming out of an RC car, too. You just might not like why it's smoking. You're gonna stick with electric then? Yeah. Big Muscle, good morning to you too, brother. I love Nitro, and you can make some really epic stuff. There you go, see, chef? I know, I'm going to get into it. I just want to talk to everybody first. Nitro gives us a headache. Right. I did feel bad when I was running my Barca. That Barca was barking. I'm sure that Chef probably answered that question, RC Playground. But I'll tell you right now, my answer is yes. Gas is easier to maintain than nitro. My opinion. Took the DB Pro out for the first time. My first low sleep. Man, I wish I bought. Okay. James George. Right there. That's why I literally, like, I swear to God, I started feeling like I was a spokesman for Losi because of that DB Pro. It is just... I'm salivating again. It is such an amazing little RC buggy. It rips. It performs. I hope, like Losi appreciated how many times I was like, man, you see this DB Pro? If you don't buy it now, you are 100% wasting your time, like, with life by not buying this DB Pro. They were probably like, yes, another RC DB Pro lover. Nitro should come with free ear defenders. There you go. All right, well, I think I'm actually finally caught up to the comments here. So let's actually, let's see what's going on, if you want to see. Let's see what's actually going on with this thing, because that is why I started the video. I didn't just started to... You caught me monologuing. All right. So we did get a chance to finally rip this Camo X4, but it wasn't without issues. But once again, those issues were because of me. So you can see what looks like we have a little bit of excessive camber on this RC now, and you can see what I put it through. I mean, look at how this thing looks. I mean, I ran it through the water, I ran it through the mud. I feel like I haven't seen the footage from the GoPro yet, and I was very limited on seeing the footage from... Where'd my phone go? I was very limited on seeing what footage I actually got on here. I just put everything in my computer and just kind of walked away, because it takes time when you're filming in 4K. It actually takes time to, I guess, process stuff. So maybe someday I'll be able to figure that out with another computer. But this is actually a really good rig. You just have to remember to not... You have to not beat it the way I was in stock configuration. I think they really intend stock for this thing to run on 2S, but I just can't. I have to run it on 3S because just like I know I just said I wasn't gonna talk again, but just the way this Camo X4 handles. I love the way it body rolls and dives into the corners. I like, there he is again. See him? Captain! What's up, buddy? He's like, oh crap. But the way this Camo X4 reacts and handles gives you that false sense of wanting to keep pushing it. And I'm pushing it on 3S, and 3S should be its max. You don't want to push this thing beyond 3X. It's a rock racer. It's a little 110 scale rock racer. So don't think you're gonna like put 6S into this thing, and because you touch anything above 4S, and that's when you point blank are just gonna just annihilate this thing. We have done a couple of upgrades to it. Obviously, I think you know some of the upgrades that we have done. The lag is terrible, so I got to figure out. There we go. I think it actually looks pretty good right there. So you're gonna take off the wheel. It's very apparent what I did to it. I knew right away. As soon as it landed, I heard the snap, and I just had a feeling I knew what it was. But in reality, it's still not that bad, I guess, when you think about it, because it was deserved abuse. So we broke 2 parts, which I think that it comes. I think it actually comes as a kit. Well, it comes in the same bag, I think. But they actually do have upgrades for this thing. So what I was going to do is go on my favorite company that you get. It's literally right there, the first one. It's Team Redcat, teamredcatshop.com. Go to parts. I love the way this layout of this company is. You scroll up, you go to which vehicle you have, you click it, and then it just brings you like, he's got a pretty good layout of how he does stuff. So Camo X4 parts. Now, the only thing you have to watch out for is because the Camo X4 and the Camo TT share parts, they don't share everything. So obviously this is going to be top sellers. They've got aluminum upgrades or aluminum hop-ups, which is nice. Then they have, obviously like, stuff that you would, potentially maybe buy: batteries, chargers, bearings. You got bodies and accessories. Probably can't even see this. Body clips, chassis and suspension, electronics, which is obviously, ESC, servos, motors. You have gears and drivetrain, hardware and fasteners. And the other thing that's cool about this is he also does tools, tires and wheels, or wheels and tires. So we'll click on to what I already know what's going on here is, yeah, where is it? Suspension, right? Right there. So suspension and, I don't know, does it turn? Nah, looks better this way. So obviously, you can see it's got like literally everything in here that, you would need for the parts. So on this, which we already know what's broken. We can point blank see it. But we'll take it apart just so we can get the experience here. And for people, if you wanted to know, the Camo X4, the Camo X4, it does have aluminum. It does have aluminum hexes. So I don't know if people knew that, but it does. So you can see where screws are just already falling out because of how it broke. Probably should have got. So here's a piece of aftermath. course, I'm missing one of my parts here. Boy, that's all crudted up in there. So take out this, you know, obviously this lower C-hub threaded pin. Pin itself, obviously, is fine. Pat, good seeing you, man. You have yourself a lovely day as well. Amped guy, what's going on? Late for the show. So you see we broke the upper piece. That's obviously what this piece is from. Right here. So I broke that piece right there. Snap that. They actually do make metal upgrades for these pieces. Surprisingly, with how this is actually made, they do give you a sleeve that runs inside that lower part of the plastic where most of the tension is going to be on. See how you can pull that little like bushing out? So I don't know if it comes with new ones or not. I guess we'll see. The arm itself, the arm is fine. Hi, sweetie.
Aren't you cold?
Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness.
It's actually 43 degrees out, but it feels like 37. And they're absolutely right. It definitely feels like it's 37 degrees out. So now we're just removing the upper arm, the upper link arm. Maybe you could call it the camber arm. But it's the upper link arm, which obviously attaches to the C-hub. We'll pull that out. And so you can see what we did is we broke the lower, which actually might be this piece. So this piece actually might be that lower piece. Yeah, so I was wrong. So that's actually that lower piece right there. And then we snapped the steering knuckle top end, which obviously that's where all the stress was. And when you see the crash, you'll 100% understand why. So on this upper part, you also see that it has a bushing or a sleeve that this piece runs into. See right there? You can actually see it's still attached. Right on there. So, and I think that's nice. I think that's a good design to be able to, you know, have pieces like that, because not every RC, I think, does that. But we did end up breaking both of these pieces, which is fine. So let's just, like I said, quickly go online here and see what we've got. So you got gearbox housing. That's the piece that we actually just replaced. So that's how much you pay for that. That's $10 for that. Ball inserts, ball ends. Oh, look at that. So they do sell those as separate pieces. That's actually cool. Because if you wear out your bushings before you break something, at least you know you could buy them. Servo horns, plastic, because we're not in the upgraded section right now, but they do have upgrades. So let's see. Straps, chassis. Chassis actually sold out. That's surprising. Receiver cover. Bumper. Rear axle. I mean, look at that price. I mean, granted, you still need the ends and you need all the internals, but still, it's not a bad price. $8.50. That's the truss. Plastic lower links. I wouldn't waste my time, and this is only my personal opinion. I wouldn't waste my time getting these plastic links only because these ones, the uppers, are just going to break anyway. I never broke my lowers, so I actually still have those. I should start doing like parts donations. Stuff that I just don't want or need anymore, I should just start donating them. Link mounts, rear end cover, shock tower. Oh, it's taking forever to get. There we go. Oh no! Sold out. So obviously it looks like the Camo X4 is going to be out of commission for a little while because the steering knuckles are sold out, and you have to not be upset or surprised because of the global issue that we're having. So we'll go to the next page, and there we go. The C-hubs are actually in stock. So we could order those, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait, obviously, until... Well, you know what? How about this? How about if we do this? I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it in my cart. Okay? Go back. Oops. Go back. I'll put these pieces in my cart. We'll just see. They might not let you. Add to cart. It won't let you. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out what the shipping threshold is. It might say somewhere. So if I go to checkout, are you kidding me? Shipping is free? How? So somehow there's no shipping. But it doesn't make any sense to buy it anyway right now because they don't have these parts. Well, let's back out of here. And we will go to upgrades because I want to see, like, I want to show you. They actually do have the upgrades here. Aluminum hop-ups, I guess you call them, right? Aluminum hop-ups, upgrades, whatever. So they have a bunch of parts that are the aluminum upgrades for this thing. You gotta, like I said, you gotta pay attention though, because like this stuff right here, you'd think, oh wow, I can get those. But that's not for, see how it says Camo X4? You have to click it, and then you look up at the top and it says Camo TT. Because they share the same platform, that's the only reason why. So you don't just like randomly buy parts because you think it's gonna fit. Same thing with that's TT. That's for both. Those link arms are sold out, so that's kind of a bummer. These ones are not, which these are the ones that break. So you could go ahead and buy those if you didn't have them. Those pieces are sold out. I don't think I would upgrade personally the shock tower yet, because it's holding together through the beatings that I've been doing. This piece, now that I put my battery tray, my custom battery tray, in a different location and I tied it all in, this technically isn't necessary. And the way I did mine, see, I'll show you. The way I did mine, you can see I run my body clips upside down. The way I did mine was I CAD designed, very simple. It's not like some major process. And I shouldn't have left that plugged in. But I CAD designed, make me sound like I'm some professional, and I'm not. But I CAD designed this battery tray right here. And what I like about it is, granted, we don't have anything that's going in this tray right here, but the intent was, if for some reason I ever needed to relocate, I don't know, the ESC or something like that, I had a spot that I could put it in. But running it like this seems to, I guess, potentially balance it out, which is how you have to think of it, because you got the heaviest, part over here, which is the motor. Then you have, you know, the servo and all this other stuff, which is hopefully equally balancing it out. But what I liked about this tray was that instead of taking the factory tray and putting it all the way forward, which I didn't like, I was able to have my battery in the exact middle of this whole, like, everything. And that's why I liked being able to design and 3D print this tray. And of course, it's gold. I love the gold filament, because in the sun, this gold actually glistens. And having an open cage like that, seeing the gold, it just, I don't know, it just looks kind of cool. But yeah, so let's get back to comments here. Dude, my fingers right now, my fingers are frozen right now. It definitely does not include wind chill, I don't think. Maybe it does. Maybe that's why it's my coffee's now frozen. This is now cold coffee. It's not even warm. Oh yeah, that's iced coffee now. Because guys are nutter with RCs. I just quickly, just kind of catching up. 62 where you are amped? Holy smokes. Killing me, guy. All the parts you're getting from Redcat makes me want to buy. Stop it, guy. Come on. All the parts I'm buying. Hey, maybe you should. Maybe you should. Might not be a bad thing, especially seeing how Redcat is. Don't forget, you know, this was, I think. This is, now again, this is my opinion of this. This is where I think Redcat turned the page. Because while things are still, you know, breaking, when you see the video, you will 100% understand why. This is not a basher. It's a rock racer. It's not designed to bash, and it's designed to be run on 2S. You just have to remember that. I'm running it and ripping it on 3S, jumping it how it should not be jumped full speed, like, and that's why I broke it, because, all right, you'll see in the video why it broke. I was paying more attention to, I broke it because I was paying more attention to trying to film it. And I point blank, I think I said in the section of the video, I think I said, I've got to get some shots of this thing jumping. So I was more paying attention to keeping the two cameras in shot, to where I didn't pay attention to how the vehicle was just about to land. That's why it broke. Like, and I think the breakage, where the GoPro was located this time, I think the breakage is perfectly framed. And if it is, I am going to slow-mo the heck out of it. Like, yeah, I'm really thinking that I got some good footage of this thing jumping and just sliding, and you get to see how the suspension just articulates, and I even hit some rocks and stuff, like, you know, bobbling over some rocks, so I'm hoping, like, the slow-mo might, you know, look good on that, but, you know, I mean, what do you expect? You know what I'm saying? Now that I think we're done looking at the CAMO X4, is there anything else on the CAMO X4? It is a good truck. I really like it. I think it's a good truck. It is not perfect, but if you're 2S running it, you're gonna have less breakage, I think, unless you're trying to, like, jump a car. You can jump a car on 2S with it, like, sideways, not lengthwise. But just expect you're gonna break it. It's a 110 scale rock racer. It's not designed to kill like I apparently killed it. I'm just saying, you're always getting something through. Yeah. No, the stock market's actually been climbing. So there's obviously been that turnaround because, you know, things are getting better. Slowly. The economy's got to keep rolling. Oh, my nose is running because it's so cold out here. This was a bad idea. Oh, that Chuck Hall, that's your one gripe, is not enough aftermarket support. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with Redcat too, but if you do like the little things like you kind of maybe should do, like I'm gonna buy these plastic pieces, but I'm also gonna buy the aluminum up. Well, no, I'll wait on the aluminum upgrades. But once all these pieces come into stock, I'm gonna buy them and I'm gonna dunk them in WD-40. Let them sit in the WD-40 for like, I know I said an hour. I think I'll let them sit in there for an hour and we'll see what happens. And I'll still thrash it. You know, we'll see. The parts are so cheap. The only battle that you're fighting right now is the battle with everything. Just like your food stores, and just like the clothing stores being closed right now, just like the food stores, you're just... Yeah, I mean, stuff's out of stock. You know what I mean? You have to know that. Can't do cold anymore. That's why you moved to Northern Carolina. Born and raised in Worcester. Just visiting right now. I'll tell you, George. That's not James. I just called you George. That is something that both my wife and I have entertained, is moving a little bit further south. I want to go to like I think I want to go to like Virginia, but eventually. The tough part for us is that obviously we're both parents. So I think it's easier, at least for the two of us. I think it's easier for the kids to move away from us, not because they hate us, but it's easier for them to move away from us than it is, I think, for us to move away from them. Like, you always want to feel like you can have, you know, a home base for your kids to come back to. Like, if by chance anything ever happens or whatever, if they've got to come home, like not necessarily to stay, but also to stay, to give them that ability to stay at home. But you always want to be there for your kids. So I think like when you become parents, at least I feel most parents are that way, that you want to be there for your kids, like no matter what. You know, once you're a parent, and again, that's not every parent, but once you're a parent for life, you know? So, I wish the sun would just stay out. Mailman's coming. He's not bringing me anything. Anyway. My coffee is frozen. Build a tiny house? I could never do a tiny house. Ever. I did. Our mailman, he is literally like the best mailman ever. Like, we've had a few, you know, mailmen. We actually had a mail woman. Male person. It's weird saying mail woman. Mailman. So even if you're a girl, you're still a mailman, right? I don't know, but he's awesome. I mess with him all the time. He messes with me. It's funny because he's actually a wicked cool guy. So if there's ever anything that doesn't fit in the mailbox, he literally walks it to the door. And if I'm here, obviously I try to walk up, you know, to grab the stuff from him. But As far as a mailman, he's a younger guy too, but as far as a mailman goes, he's an awesome guy. Postal servant, there you go. But it just doesn't come across right. Like for here, you say mailman. You know what I mean? Hey, it's the mailman. I couldn't see myself ever saying, hey, here's the postal servant, because maybe they might not even like that. Bullet Hunter, what's going on, guy? It's the first time I've ever seen you here. What's happening? Where is Earl? Guy, where are you, man? Riff, what's going on, guy? You're late, brother. You're late. Oh, my coffee is so cold right now. Oh, Riff. Obviously, you didn't see, but you want to see, like, what happened to the CAMO X4? I'm sure you might want to see it. So here's what happened to the CAMO X4. When you see the video, anybody that like hates on Redcat, when you see the video, you'll get it. You'll understand. I just once again, I couldn't help myself. And this is how I leave my RC cars. Yes, they stay dirty. I eventually do clean parts, you know, as I take them apart. But everything is dog bone. Dog bone does have a little bit of a whoop in it, but that's from a previous smash. I can fix that. That's just rebending it. Broke the C-hub. Broke the steering knuckle. But when you see the crash, you'll totally get it. You'll be like, ah, dude. I mean, again, like I said, Redcat, you know, like, nothing's perfect. No RC vehicle is perfect. No regular car manufacturer is perfect. How many times do you see, and I'll say it this way, because I have all of them. Well, not all of them, but how many times do you see Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Toyota, all the manufacturers? How many times do you see recalls and TSPs? You know what I mean? So it's with everything, you know? You could buy a washing machine or a dryer, and then granted it probably won't have a recall unless it's that Samsung one that had a recall because it was catching on fire. But, you know, even with appliances, you get technical service bulletins that technically you never find out about because they're not going to tell you. But yeah, anyways, broke the CAMO X4 again. You can't wait to see. You know what, dude? I can't wait to see the video because I haven't even done it yet. I haven't even seen the footage. I saw limited some of the footage that's on here, but I uploaded everyting to my computer, and because I'm recording in the 4K and I'm recording at the 120 frames per second, it takes a little bit longer to like on my Mac, it's called transcoding and analysis. It takes a little bit longer to do all that stuff, and I've realized that if I upload the footage and walk away and let the computer just do its marinating, it doesn't like, it makes the experience of putting the footage in the timeline just that much better because it's giving the computer that much less to process and think about. Like, as I'm like trying to click things and find icons and just, yeah, cut, paste, cut, whatever, add things in. It just gives the computer a break. My computer's not the fastest computer in the world, but when it was built, it was good. It was good for what did I get it in 2015? I either got it in 2015 or 2014, something like that. So it's still alive and kicking. Probably could be replaced at some point in time. Dollar for dollar, you love Redcat? Yeah, I mean, especially when you think about the kaiju. Dollar for dollar for the kaiju? I'm literally freezing right now. Like, you have no idea, like, how my fingertips are feeling right now. I'm starting to, like, my mouth is starting to freeze over because now the sun is gone, so I feel like the temperature's dropping even more. The wind's coming through. Freezing me out here. Oh, man. I mean, this was a good idea, but a bad idea. At the same time, I probably should have put the table in the sun. Because there is actually a sunny spot right there when the sun comes out. But I thought this would be better. But I think like finger-wise and my mouth-wise, it's definitely getting cold, man. I don't know how much longer I'm going to last because, like I said, my coffee is literally, it's icing over now. But where's Earl? I was hoping Earl would show up on here. All right, RC Master, don't go anywhere. Put on a jacket. Bullet Hunter, you just got your kaiju parts? Awesome, man. Riff Raft, why don't you take a picture, man, and throw that on the Facebook site. I'm sure people would like to see that. That's pretty cool. I like it when people have sometimes have the apparel, me wearing, obviously I'm showing you my head, but when people wear certain stuff like this, this company right here. I love this company. Obviously I have a diesel truck and that's why. Anna, how are you doing? How are you doing, Anna? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I know. That's why I was hoping Earl would show up, man. He's probably just salivating all over his primal dragster, that thing. The only thing that I think, I wish there was a way to fakely put a real top fuel dragster motor over the engine, to give it that more realistic look. I would literally have my exhaust pipes coming out right before the rear tires, right behind the cab, right before the rear tires, or the cabin, whatever you want to call the cockpit. That thing. I want to make a thumbnail. It's literally, I want to make a thumbnail for Earl for that video because that thing, the thumbnail that he's got for it is crap. That dragster looks so mint. Oh my God. I'm literally I feel like I'm losing my mind with all the speed stuff that he's been showing lately. My mouth is salivating over it. I'm looking at my straightaway right now, just literally picturing ripping, a straight line RC up and down the road. That primal dragster looks so killer. It really does. Bullet Hunter, see you later, man. I think that's what you think you're taking off. Jury VRC, what's going on, guy? You are late. You're late for the show, guy. You sold your kaiju, and then bought another. That's awesome. Now, Big Mac, why'd you sell your kaiju? And did you sell your kaiju and then realize it was a mistake? My mouth is freezing. My mouth is doing that frozen thing right now. All good, getting a vid ready for YouTube still in, yeah. Anna, yeah, that stinks. RC Master, you're back, guy. Earl is still sleeping? Nah, no, I guarantee Earl's up. Earl is, with the kind of guy that Earl is, he's already up. He's a mechanic. Mechanics live a different life. You have to get up early in the morning. Unless you're some other mechanic, but you got to get there. You got to get to the shop. You got to get to the shop on time. Especially if you're flat rate. You want to make sure that you're making your money. Earl is with his kids. Right. But when you say his kids, what do you mean? Do you mean his living kids or his RC kids? Chef, that dragster is insane. Oh, and I can't. I don't want to know what he paid for it, because for Earl to say it the way he said it, I don't want to know what he paid, because literally, I swear to God, everybody's gonna flip out and just literally just break down in tears and be like, "Why? Why not me?" Oh, what a deal! What a deal! I can't wait. I can't wait. I don't even know what the deal is, but I already know it's a good deal. For him to get what he got and for Earl to say it the way he said it. God damn it, Earl! Killing me, guy. Yeah, Earl definitely has some good stuff, man. I know, right? Jerry RC? Jerry VRC. I keep messing that up. Yep, definitely got it for a steal. A bang good special is what you get. Yeah, he probably did steal it. All right, Michael Montgomery, we'll see you later, man. Have a good one out there. Be safe. Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to put, I will put my email in here. This is so obvious what my email is. I got to make sure I spell it right. So that's literally my email. Like, it's like if you literally just sent out an email to every platform out there, obviously it would be RC Guy Garage. I've had that email forever. Even before I was RC Guy Garage. Because I wanted to make sure that was actually when I changed my channel name, right? When I changed my channel name, the first step that I went through was I made sure that across like all the platforms that name was going to be consistent, because it's the same thing with my Instagram. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't taken. I wanted to make sure that on Facebook I wasn't going to have an issue. I wanted to make sure that, on, my email platform, that it wasn't going to be, an issue. I wanted it to be, the same throughout the whole thing. And I think like that's what, people have a hard time with things, because even my original drone website was waving to my neighbors. They're like, "What are you doing outside with a camera?" I am literally freezing right now. So literally across like all the platforms, when I did my drone company, the part that I ran into on that was, granted, while I was kind of early, not really in the drone thing for doing, the type of stuff that I did, my problem is that what my original drone company name was going to be was literally already taken, and it wasn't a surprise, because when you do a name for a company, you got to think about such a huge or broad like way of thinking of it, because you want to make sure that depending upon what type of company it is, will you be able to have a logo that makes sense? Will you be able to have, will the name, like, it's called slide off the tongue, like, is the name easy to say? So even RC Guy Garage does not flow off of the tongue. Like when I go on other people's lives, there are a couple of people that when they recognize that I'm there, they try to say my name, but you fumble through it because it doesn't float off the tongue like amped, all right? Amped RC. That's easy. It slides off the tongue. It's easy. Primal RC. It slides off the tongue. RC Guy Garage just doesn't for, I mean, it does for me, but it just doesn't for other people. So where am I even going with this? Oh, the email. So I just wanted to make sure. So like I was RC Guy Garage before I was even RC Guy Garage for YouTube. I wanted to make sure that everything was available. I locked in the name on YouTube, locked it in, and then I basically went to all the platforms and just made sure. And then before I finally made the change, I was just like, yeah, all right, fine, everything's cool. So you posted some more pics of your outbreak on the Facebook page. Awesome, man. You got to throw that shirt on there too. Even if you're not wearing it, that'll be cool for people to see. Bordagel had a runaway on a dragster? Oh no! I'm just trying to like catch up with the comments. Is why all you see in his hat. Oh, and the reason why my name has Guy in it is because that's literally what I. It's one of my like when I had a bunch of guys working for me. It was like, I don't know. It was like that was just the way I communicated with them. It was like, you know, Guy, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I did use everybody's names, but like when you try to like, I don't know, get something across and be like, Guy, what are you doing? You know what I mean? You know, as fun, you know, as a full fun thing. I was never a. You could ask any one of my employees, and not one of them would ever say that I was a piece of crap boss. So, and I even hated boss. Like one of my guys used to call me boss, and I hated it. He'd be like, "Hey, what's up, boss?" And I was like, "Dude, don't call me boss. I'm not your boss. I run the show, and let's just get this job done. I'm not your boss." I hated that. I hated that term, man. What's up, boss? And I know how he meant it. He didn't mean it like disrespectful. It was just the way he spoke. Hey, what's up, boss? But I hate that. I hate that name, that word, boss. I thought your name was Guy. Well, I mean, it's the same thing with like other people in other channels. I actually literally respond to Guy. So they make that primal dragster in an electric roller? Are you kidding me? Or are you asking? Ah, I know. Earl has you wanting to build a dragster now? Literally, I am cupping my fingers right now because I'm getting so cold. What is the temperature? Has the temperature literally dropped? It really feels like it's literally dropped. I am freezing right now. The sun is like totally gone. Yeah, It dropped. See that? The temperature dropped. No wonder why I'm freezing. Man, they're saying it feels like 35. It definitely does. Like I said, my coffee is getting ice crystals in it now. Tower has a few dragsters. I don't want to have to go. I don't want to have to go look at Primal. They're way too much money for me. Shh. I do want to turn that. I did want to turn that little Kyosho Tomahawk into like some type of a hack fabricated like mini dragster. I thought it'd be cool. Elongate the chassis, just get some aluminum stock down at Home Depot, screw everything together, and just like make an elongated chassis. And obviously, I probably wouldn't have a Lexan body for it. I'd probably have to, if I was going to go, all out. A lot of things would have to change, but it was just a thought, just to kind of make like a fake dragster. Riff Raff. It's 31 where you are? Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm literally freezing right now. Yeah, I guess we won't be seeing that Primal. Converting your gas fountain boat to electric. RC drag racing is 132-foot scale feet, but exception for Primal. Right. Oh, God. The gas-powered Primal is 12. I definitely wouldn't do gas. I'd do electric myself. 49 where you are? That's still cold, though. For you, that's probably cold. Welcome to Thunderdome. Gotta go find some heat. Going inside. All right, James, we'll talk to you later, man. Thanks for coming to this COVID and Coffee morning check-in edition. So, yeah. Because I am freezing my butt off, it was a good idea initially because I thought it was going to be a little bit warmer than it is right now. I am going to end this live stream right here. The morning check-in. I'm going to wrap up all these parts. Just basically throw them in my tray. It's like serves as the parts tray as well, which is nice. But just throw everything all together. That way nothing's going to get lost. And the only thing I did lose, so surprisingly, the only thing that I did end up losing on this, putting this Camo X4 back together was well, you'll see in the video, one set screw. So you'll see why there's a cut. You'll see why there's a cut in the video. Was because the wind is picking up. I'm freezing right now. Oh my God, what a bad idea this was. I'm literally freezing right now. I gotta go inside and get warm. But anyways, like I said, hopefully you guys are enjoying this COVID and Coffee morning check-in. I definitely am because we're building. Obviously, there's obviously a base of people that are showing up, which is pretty cool. It's just trying to figure out, like, I think for me, the harder part is trying to figure out, like, each like day before or literally the morning of, trying to figure out what the next COVID and coffee is going to be. So it obviously won't be everybody's, like I say, cup of tea, because sometimes it's going to have to be something different. Here, there's another dog here. Watch what this dog does. He stops in front of my house every single time. See him? Look, watch. He's literally just going to stop. See, look. He does this every single time. I don't know if you can see him. I can't zoom in, can I? Oh, I can. No way. See what he does? This is what that dog does. The guy picks him up every single day. He is so locked on right now. I didn't realize this could zoom in. That was funny, right? Told you. And then he puts him down. He gets, like, so what happens, right, is the dog literally, like, always just, like, he stops. And the guy cannot get the dog to move. Like, he, like, even pulls on it because of the type of dog it is. He's one of those dogs that's very resistant to, I mean, that dog, like, if he doesn't want to do something, he doesn't do anything. So that's pretty crazy. Was that right? I told you, this dog is going to stop, and look what he did. I couldn't believe it actually zoomed in. So one of my neighbors, he's across the street, he just waved at me. It's like, God, it's like, what the, I know he's going to ask me later. He's going to be like, what the hell were you doing on your front deck? Or porch, whatever you want to call it. What's up, Ken? Good, how are you? He's a buddy, so we're friends. Oh my God. All right. So like I said, chainsaw. I let that go. Yeah. Well, nah, I don't know. I couldn't see abusing an animal. Again, you're not gonna kick it, you know what I mean? That's no good. Go get warm, dude. I know. I do. Like I said, I'm literally freezing. Oh no, I'm losing my stuff. But yeah, anyways, like I said, this COVID and coffee, I don't know how long it will last for, meaning like you know, these episodes. I intend to literally every single day I'm going to do COVID and coffee. I felt like it slides off the tongue. It's like what we're talking about, you know. It's something, a phrase that slides off the tongue, and yeah, maybe I can get some shirts made up. COVID and coffee morning check-in. Oh, actually, I should get a cup that says COVID and coffee morning check-in. See, I like to laugh. This is what all this is about. It's all about forcing against in the right way, trying to turn a bad situation into something positive. We all get to, like, hang out. I get to freeze my butt off while we're doing our first outside live. I didn't know how this would come out because I'm pretty far away from my router, you know, and I'm like an exterior wall, you know, away from my router. I'm surprised it's actually working. But are you retired? No, dude, I ain't retired. Not in the least. I will never be retired because I will always do something that makes me money. I don't care what it is. I'm not going to be a streetwalker, but I'm always making money somehow. So, and that's what I like about it. My job is non-restrictive. I could literally do anything. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it. I like the fact that I'm not constrained. I like the freedom. I like the exploration. I like trying new things or doing new things, you know? Like when I started my drone business, it was scary at first because I didn't know where to be as far as pricing. I didn't want to be so far down that if your prices were too low, you wouldn't be looked at because it'd be like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So I learned to fly my drone. I learned to do all the photography. And then I just started a little drone business. And it didn't like take off like I had hoped because I think my area is really not, I don't know. Maybe it's not drone friendly or something. I don't know. But I had fun doing it. And I did make a couple of bucks. I made connections. That was a big thing. I used connections to make connections that I already had. So it worked out. It worked out. It was definitely fun. I definitely don't like the license process. I am a licensed pilot still. I'm just going to let it go though, because I don't like I said, I don't like reading books, and I had to read a book to be a drone pilot. Like, the stuff that I know now, I don't want to know. It's taking up space in my head that I don't need it to. I need that space taken up by other stuff, not learning maps and frequencies and stupid stuff that no drone pilot like me ever even needs to think about. Like, what a waste of time, man. What a waste of time. Spending the money to do the license class, total waste of time. Yep. I'm pissed about it because I've done it twice. Aggravating. Anyways. All right, so like I said, we're going to end the live stream here just because freezing my butt off. We are done, obviously, with this camo. Showed you what was wrong with it. It's very minor. Again, when you see the video, you will 100% be like, you know, that crash or that breakage was totally deserved. And it was. I feel like I'm like freezing right now. Is the Camo X4 like something that you can thrash and bash? No. 2S, it's definitely a great 2S vehicle. It becomes alive on 3S. Just know that you will be doing upgrades to it if you want to drive it like how you'll see in any of my videos that I drive my Camo X4. Totally abusive. It's not how you're supposed to drive this thing, but with the way this thing, I'll hold it. With the way this thing drives, like the way it handles, it gets you like amped, like his name. It gets you amped. It gets you like, wow, this RC can take some stuff, but you just got to know it's limited. It's only a rock racer. You're, pushing 3S through it when it's really designed for 2S. So, again, that's just my personal opinion. But anyways, like I said, if you like this COVID and coffee from RC Guy Garage morning check-in, look it. Literally, look it. There he is. There he is. Where is he? He's stopped again. I'm surprised he's moving. He'll probably stop again. There he goes. Anyways. He always gets locked on. It's such a riot. Right. Yup. He's literally, he's just staring at me. He's a good dog too. But anyways, if you haven't done it, go ahead and throw a thumbs up on here if you want, if you feel inclined. Again, like like you kind of always have to give those reminders to people, because sometimes when you're in a stream, you forget. I even forget myself, but sometimes I'll force myself to go back and, you'll get another view, and you just, throw a thumbs up. It tells YouTube that this channel is safe, and that you like the content. Hopefully you do like the content that we're putting on this channel. By all means, share it. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. My mouth is starting to freeze. But yeah, hopefully you like this COVID and coffee. Hopefully you like the channel, RC Guy Garage. And like I always say, thank you for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow on COVID and Coffee from RC Guy Garage morning check-in. And I am out because I'm freezing. Do I want to end the video? Absolutely.